What if I told you that the fastest way to recover from a massive setback is to be kind to yourself? What if I told you that the greatest predictor of your future success is not your talent, but your bounce-back speed? What if I told you that your biggest challenges are not punishments, but actually highly personalized training sessions designed just for you? What if I told you that the setbacks you face are not roadblocks, but the raw material of your greatest strength? Life is not a smooth ascent. It is a relentless series of falls. Resilience is not about avoiding the fall. It is about the ferocity with which you choose to rise. Many see struggle and assume failure, but you must understand that difficulty is the only forge in which character is truly shaped. This session is your guide to cultivating the resilient mindset, the inner architecture that allows you to absorb the shock of disappointment, learn its lessons, and launch forward with unstoppable power. Your inner strength is limitless, but it must be tested. The first pillar is reframing adversity. Stop viewing challenges as personal attacks. Instead, you must see every crisis as a clarity event. Ask, what truth is this moment forcing me to see? What weakness is it compelling me to fix? This shifts your emotional state from victimhood to investigation. Next, we build the emotional buffer. What if I told you that self-compassion is your most powerful tool in recovery? Be kind to the part of you that struggled. Acknowledge the pain, then detach from the judgment. This speeds up your return to action and preserves the vital energy needed for the bounce back. Now, engage in strategic analysis, not emotional wall drowning. When you fail, you must execute an immediate post-mortem without assigning blame. Break the event down into controllable variables, separate action from outcome. Did your effort align with your intention? If the answer is yes, then the failure was a necessary data point, a tuition payment toward future success. You must transform the sting of defeat into the fuel of informed action. The resilient mind doesn't ignore the wound. It dissects it for wisdom. Finally, we implement the routine of return. The difference between those who fail permanently and those who eventually triumph is the speed of their return to routine. Even a small ritualized action, a workout, a structured hour of deep work, reestablishes your sense of control and competence. What if I told you that the simple act of showing up the next day is often the greatest act of courage? The resilient person is simply the one who knows their center and returns to it again and again with unyielding conviction. Your power is not in the smooth sailing, but in the skill with which you navigate the storm. Resilience is not a gift. It is a choice made in the crucible of your darkest moment. It is the defining trait of everyone who walks the productive path. Subscribe now to forge your unbreakable inner strength. What lesson will you extract from your last great challenge?